Your small business just suffered damage. Maybe it was a fire. Maybe a storm. Maybe theft, flooding, or an accident you never expected. You call your insurance company, feeling stressed but hopeful. After all, you've been paying premiums for years. This is the moment insurance is supposed to help. Then an insurance adjuster contacts you. They sound polite, professional, helpful. They say things like, just answer a few questions. We're only trying to understand what happened. This will help speed up your claim. And without realizing it, many small business owners say one sentence, or even one word, that seriously damages their claim. Not because they lied, not because they did something illegal, but because they didn't understand how insurance language works. In this video, we are going to talk about what you should never say to your insurance adjuster, and why these statements can be used against your claim. This is not about being dishonest. This is about being careful, accurate, and informed. Everything you'll hear is educational, factual, and based on how insurance claims actually work in the United States. Before we talk about what not to say, you must understand who an insurance adjuster is. An insurance adjuster is hired by the insurance company. Their job is to investigate claims and determine how much the insurer should pay, if anything. They are not your lawyer. They are not your financial advisor. They are not your business partner. That doesn't mean they are bad people. Many adjusters are professional and ethical. But their responsibility is to the insurance company, not to your business. Every statement you make becomes part of your claim file. Every recorded call, every written message, every casual comment. Insurance decisions are often based on exact wording, not intention. This is why what you say matters so much. One of the most common mistakes small business owners make is saying something like, "It was my fault. I should have prevented this. I guess I messed up." People say this out of stress, guilt, or frustration. But in insurance language, fault equals responsibility. When you admit fault, the insurer may argue negligence. Coverage can be reduced or denied. Liability shifts away from the policy. Even if you believe you could have done something differently, never assign blame to yourself during a claim conversation. Instead of saying, "This happened because I wasn't careful," a safer approach is, "I'm still reviewing what happened and gathering information." This keeps the conversation factual, not emotional. Another dangerous phrase is, "I don't remember. I'm not sure. I think that's what happened." Insurance claims depend on consistency. When details change, even slightly, the claim may be flagged for further investigation. Delays. Possible denial. Adjusters may compare your first statement, your later statements, photos, reports, and documents. If there are inconsistencies, it can raise questions, even if the mistake was innocent. This doesn't mean you should guess. Instead, say, "I'd like to review my records before giving an exact answer." Accuracy is always better than speed. This sentence sounds reasonable, but in insurance terms, it's risky. When you say, "Just pay what you think is fair," you are giving the insurance company full control over valuation. Insurance policies are based on policy limits, coverage definitions, documentation. Fair is not a legal standard in insurance contracts. Instead, you should focus on policy coverage, actual losses, proper documentation. Never minimize your loss just to be cooperative. Some business owners try to be overly honest and say, "Some of this damage existed before. It wasn't all caused by this event." While honesty matters, vague statements like this can be misused. Insurance companies may argue, pre-existing damage is not covered. The loss is unrelated. The claim value should be reduced. If damage existed before, it must be clearly documented and separated. A better response: "The current damage occurred during this event. I can provide documentation if needed." This sentence can permanently hurt your claim. Once you accept a settlement, you may waive future claims. Hidden damages may not be covered. The case may be closed permanently. Many damages are discovered after repairs begin. Never rush to settle. Instead, "I need time to review the estimate and policy details." This may be true, but never say it. Admitting you didn't read your policy weakens your position. It suggests lack of awareness and preparedness. Insurance companies expect policyholders to understand basic terms. Even if you haven't read it fully, say, "I'm reviewing my policy to understand my coverage." This signals responsibility and seriousness. Many adjusters ask, "May we record this call?" You are usually allowed to say yes or no. Recorded statements, or replayed, or analyzed, can be used to challenge claims. You are not required to give a recorded statement immediately. You can say, I'd like time to prepare before giving a recorded statement. This is reasonable and legal. Many people think only phone calls matter. But emails and texts become official records, can be forwarded internally, can be interpreted legally. Avoid emotional language like, "I'm desperate. This ruined my business. I can't survive without this claim." Stick to facts, dates, and documentation. Here are safer phrases you can use. "I'm still gathering information. I'll provide documentation shortly. Please refer to the policy language. I'd like to review this before responding." These statements protect you while staying honest. Insurance claims are not just about damage. They are about language, timing, and accuracy. Most small business owners don't lose claims because they lied. They lose claims because they spoke without understanding the process. By being calm, factual, and informed, you protect your business, your finances, your future. This video is not about fighting your insurer. It's about communicating smartly. Because sometimes, what you don't say matters more than what you do.